Hi guys, it's Molly with Soul School Spiritual Guidance and Healing. Thank you so much for being here today. This is a collective reading for my Tauruses out there. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Perhaps you have a stellium in Taurus, but that's who this is for. As always, my readings are timeless and collective. I am going to do a little bit of an AstroForecast, meaning I'm talking about what could potentially be going on right now astrologically with the sign of Taurus. But if you're finding this at a later time, just skip that, okay? All right, there might be some things in it that are valuable to you, but this is the one part of my reading that is kind of time sensitive. So I'm filming this on October 28th. I think it's going to be a day or two before you guys see it, just because like I'm doing background stuff to kind of get my channel up and running again. I haven't done these zodiac sign collective readings in a very long time, so I'm just glad you guys are here for it. But let's talk about that. The sun has just moved into Scorpio on October 22nd. And that is the only reason I bring that up, is the opposite sign of Taurus. Okay. So if you got your sun, your moon, your rising, any other major placements in the sign of Taurus at some point between October 22nd and, the start of Sagittarius season, the sun is going to be opposing those points. All right. And what happens when the sun is in opposition to a planet? Well, it's going to challenge whatever that planet is doing right now in a way that allows the truth to come out. Okay, it's going to shine a light on kind of like the backside of things, like I think that's a good, Spirit's like, that's a really good way of saying it. All right, is maybe you're always seeing things with the light hitting it from this angle. When the sun comes in to opposition with that planet, whatever it is, okay, whatever part of your life, if it's Venus, maybe love, if it's Mars, if it's the moon, if it's the sun, right? We're going to be seeing that it's going to be lit from a different angle, and that's going to allow us to observe it differently. We're going to see something different in it, but it can be challenging. All right. Venus is currently in Sagittarius, and that is our ruling planet. I am a Taurus sun, and that Venus is going to come into opposition with Jupiter on the 3rd of November, which is coincidentally the same time that Mars in Cancer is going to be opposing Pluto. Quick disclaimer, if you guys watch my Aries video, I just realized that a couple times in that reading, a Venus sign would show up, and I kept calling it Mars. I know the difference. We've got Mars showing up in you guys, but we'll get there. But nonetheless, Venus is in Sagittarius. It's going to oppose Jupiter on the 3rd, which means that things could get uncomfortably expansive. Okay. Jupiter is a magnifier. All right. So in addition to seeing things being lighted from a different angle, we're going to be seeing them probably under a microscope. Jupiter's purpose in a lot of times, especially when it comes to opposition, is to almost like make something like exaggerated and like overstated, but like really super obvious and in your face, so that you can give it the attention that it needs. Okay. So those are just the energies that I see coming up for us in the next couple of weeks. But let's jump into the theme of your reading, because I've already started with the Alchemical Visions Tarot. I went to this deck to get like 2 cards. It would not shut up about you. Okay, I've got so many cards here. The big thing that's coming through, Taurus, is that you're set in your boundaries right now. Okay, our first card off the deck was the 7 of Wands. Okay, and here's how I see this circle up here is like your personal space. We're homebodies, okay? We can't help it. So this is maybe what you've got going on, either at home or within. And it's a lot. You're wearing a lot of hats, okay? You're just doing a lot of things, okay? Some sort of calisthenics, maybe like stretching here. It's probably some sort of spiritual work and self-reflection. Just really a lot of different things a lot of action and activity going on in the inner sphere. So this could be either like mentally, emotionally, it can just be like at home. This is you. And I feel like you've almost put up a fence around yourself, all right? You're not responding to your texts at all hours of the day. You're going to leave some people on red until you are ready to deal with them. Because this guy hauling these sticks up this hill, I feel like it's this like, peopling is just so much right now. Peopling is so much. It might just be so much based on like the people that you're peopling with or the spaces that you're peopling in. Okay. When I say peopling, I mean like you are being human, doing human things, like you're being social, you're interacting with people, you're maybe wearing some sort of like mask or like keeping up certain social norms. And there's a point at the end of the day where you're like, I'm just ready to like go home, get in my jammies and just do my thing. Okay. But that's not bad. That's not a bad thing at all. Okay. What else? Is there anything else coming up here? All right. Yeah, it's like, look, this is a path that people are traveling. There's some horses going up there. Okay, so if you wanted to, you can go to the city at the end of your day, or you can just go to this, like, I almost feel like you've made a space for yourself somewhere in nature and just kind of got it off. And you're like, this is my little hiding spot where I'm doing all my things. Like I said, that's not wrong, because we're also getting the Eight of Cups. I love this particular Eight of Cups in this deck because it is my Not Today Satan card. This energy that you are saying no thank you to is pretty aggressive, okay? It might even be very masculine. Because, I don't know why, Venus is just really prominent today because she kept popping up in my Aries reading. I feel like some of you guys, and I know this is me, some of you guys are actually like not going to the places where you would have typically gone in the past. You're not going to certain places because, and this is for feminine energy specifically, or the feminine aspect of a masculine person. You don't like the way your femininity feels in that space. It almost feels like it's under attack, okay? And this could be like, just you don't go to that bar anymore because you're tired of people hitting on you or maybe putting hands on you or just being a little too friendly, all right? But there is a lot of, I don't know, whatever this energy here is, it wants something that you have. And you're like, nope, I'm going to just like hike up the hill and hide out in my little sacred spot that I've made for myself and just not deal with that today, okay? I would just leave it at that, except for there's more and more and more cards that are coming out, okay? So we have 3 reversed cards that came out on, and I would not have even considered them as part of the reading if the Magician were not lying underneath, okay? You are trying to manifest something. You're trying to create something. You are setting intentions, and you are bringing yourself, like this feels cool, like your whole energy body into alignment with whatever this intention that is, this thing that you're trying to manifest. Like you've cracked the code. That's what you've got to do, right? You've got to put yourself in alignment. It's the whole dress for the job you want, not the job you have, okay? But instead of like dressing, it's your energy body, okay? All right, you got it? Okay, like match your energy body to the reality that you want to manifest, not the reality that you find yourself living in, okay? When we talk about matching energy, match that. Match the energy of your intention, all right? And that's why you can't be dealing with these things right now. For some of you guys, I don't know if I have any news for you other than just like confirmation that you're doing the right thing, okay? Because there's something shady about this energy that is coming at you. This is the moon reversed, okay? This just means, ooh, that's for real. I just got the phrase, this person walks sideways at night. That's how difficult it is to see their intentions. I've never heard that before. This person out there walking sideways at night, really in the shadows, okay? So this is somebody, or maybe some people, some energies, an institution. There are two people in this particular moon card, and they do have like scrolls and scripts and things like that. So it could be very much like an institution, okay? That is, I feel like exploitative is definitely coming up. They want something that you have, and they're not being direct about it. They're not offering a direct exchange. They want to get from you whatever it is that you have. And it's quite frankly disturbing your peace. You would just so much rather be at peace. You would so much rather just go home, put your jammies on. This is the Hermit card, by the way. And just do your hobbies in your little space, all right? Just that's, you're not trying to juggle all of that. You're not, okay, I love this particular two of coins. This is two of coins because upright, if this person or these people had their way, you would be standing there looking like a clown, juggling stuff for them. And you're not. You are not, okay? This could potentially be a very emotionally manipulative energy. And I say that because of this, the like crashing water and the crashing water in these scenes, okay? So this is somebody who, like I said, they're not direct. They're not going to come out and say, gosh, I just wish you would work for lower wages, or man, I wish you would never call me out on my BS. What they're going to do is they're going to emotionally manipulate the situation. But guess what you get? I love when the cards, I just love when a synchronicity like this pops up. Check out this magician. This is what your goal is. You've gone into your sacred space and you are manifesting. And do you see this Ouroboros with all these markings here? It's showing up in the what do you get? What do you get? What is the result of you blocking out this negative energy? It's the 10 of Cups, okay? Do you see it showing up in this mirror here? Okay? Yeah. So, wow. Okay. So like I said, you have discovered like the key to manifestation, at least for you. All right. As a Taurus, like just you have realized your goal right now is to shape your energy body, shape your vibration so that it matches the thing that you're trying to manifest for yourself. And then what happens is this whole outer world that you're living in becomes a reflection of your manifestation. Okay, that's how the as above becomes the so below. This is freaking beautiful. I love you guys for this. I love us for it. Okay, do we need to talk about that? Okay. I do feel like, and I'm just going to say this. All right. Why do you make me go back on my word? Because there's something you don't know. There's somebody from your past or a situation from your past that wants your attention. And I think that might be who you're saying not today, Satan, to. Not today, Satan. We've had that conversation. I've seen this episode. I don't like the way it ends. Okay? And he's like, thwarted again. Okay, so whatever this energy is that's trying to get at you, I feel like everything I've explained so far is what you know about this energy from your past experiences. You know that it's emotionally manipulative. You know it's not straightforward. You know they walk sideways in the dark. Okay? It's a possibility that that same energy that you knew back then is trying to get your attention because they want to address that. They want to address their history of walking sideways in the dark with you. Okay? Because what did they learn from it? It did not get them what they wanted. I just love these messages that are coming in. This message was just like, you need to be direct with Taurus. And I can resonate, okay? You're going to come to me with an offer. You want me to sign on the dotted line. I'm going to read the fine print. I'm going to know the terms and conditions, okay? Because Taurus is all about conserving energy, okay? And I really feel like I'm speaking to a collective that has a particularly well-established sense of self and self-worth and self-love that maybe you didn't always have. Maybe in the past you're like, okay, Satan, what time are you coming over? But ever since you stopped showing up to the places where you allowed people to treat you like that, right? Ever since you've kind of withdrawn your energy from that and really just said, you know what? I need boundaries. Then you've got them. You have grown them, okay? You've got them and you've grown them. And you're enforcing them right now, at least mentally, all right? But the reason why I actually even went down this, okay. Basically, here's the thing. If there's a card directly underneath the card that I'm reading for you and it's a major arcana, I'll pay attention to it. If it's reversed, or if we got an interesting combination of cards, if I feel like it's speaking to me, I'm going to peek through. And when do I get to the next major arcana that is upright? That's how I know when I stop, okay? Because whoever or whatever this is that's trying to get your attention right now, it is somebody from your past, okay? It's definitely somebody from your past that's dealing with a lot of anxiety about that past, okay? This is somebody who's gone into their own mind and they've done a significant amount of thinking, okay? They may not be as healed as they think they are right now, but they're healed enough. They see things differently enough that they recognize that they were coming at you sideways in the dark. And then that was not the right thing to do, okay? I don't know that this person ever intentionally had, consciously had bad intentions for you. But it was like whatever it is they wanted from you, they were not going about getting it in a very healthy way. So this is definitely somebody who's had their own toxicity that they've gone in and begun to look at, okay? I really don't want to say that this person has done the work to the extent that you have, okay? And that doesn't make, it's not like better or worse or anything like that, but just be aware. You know yourself so much better than this person does, no matter what kind of self-reflection they're trying to bring towards you at this time. But there is something about the past. We've got Neptune here. I feel like it shows up in their dreams. I feel like it shows up in their dreams. And okay, yeah, all right, okay. So many cards. And a lot of times the cards are like, arrange me in this way, we're making a picture. No, these are going into the outbox, all right? I don't know what that means, but it's just Spirit's coming and bringing you this passing message about what's going on. This person did not get their happiness because they did not ask for it straight up. That's what this Page of Swords reversed and Nine of Cups reversed is saying to me. And both of these figures, I'm going to turn them upside down so you can see who I'm talking about. This figure at the center of the Nine of Cups and this figure at the center of the Page of Swords are both, like, their clothing is pink. With these being reversed, this person was lacking self-love. This person did not think highly enough of themselves to be able to just come at you directly. Okay? I feel like this person has also gone through a sort of hermitage. There could have been a significant amount of time that has elapsed since you had interactions with this person, but this is the realization that they've come to, is that they didn't get what they wanted from you because they were walking sideways in the dark. They didn't come directly at you. They didn't make known the terms and conditions of the agreement. They get you to sign the line and they're like, oh, I forgot to tell you, right? I feel like it's that kind of situation. The reason why I knew that this message was for you is because we actually run into two major arcana here. This is the Tower and the Judgment card. Okay. If this person gets through, I'm going to tell you what, if this person learns to walk in a straight line in the daylight, they can get through to you. They can communicate whatever it is, and you'll be there to receive it. Doesn't mean you're going to do anything about it. It doesn't mean you're going to... It doesn't mean that you're going to all of a sudden, like I said, be like, hi, okay, what time, Satan? What time should I be there? What should I wear? Okay. It doesn't mean that you're going to give this person what they want or need, but I do feel like there's some value in hearing them out. It's going to cause you to look at things a little differently. All right. I feel like this person has had their own Tower moment. And look at these towers here. Where did that go? The were we talking that? Yeah, Nine of Swords was in our reading. Look at those towers. Oh my gosh. All the people in the top of the tower. All the people up there in that tower. And it's giving this person like it shows up in their dreams. Okay? I feel like this person built a tower and let a lot of people climb it. And now all of a sudden, they're spilling out. Okay? It could very well be that this person does not frequent the places that you used to. And you wouldn't know that because you're not there. Okay? It could very well be that, I know that you had in your past a Tower moment that's like, you know what? I'm not messing with those people anymore. I'm going to go to my sacred space. I'm going to work on my hobbies. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to enforce these boundaries. I feel like another person had something similar. Okay. Ooh, where'd it go? Judgment, which is why they're up here. This is so interesting to me because this is the Judgment card. All right. And I call him Loincloth Daddy because that's what he's sporting. But why is he pregnant? Why is a man gestating a baby in his womb? So I guess let's talk about that. The word pregnant, and by the way, this just kind of comes from my love of like the English language and the history of the English language. I remember somewhere in Shakespeare where I really saw the term pregnant, meaning like as a metaphor for a physical pregnancy, but it just means something that is so full of potential and ready to be born. So this Judgment card, this could potentially be somebody who is on the verge of their own rebirth. And something about making this connection with you, addressing their habits in the past is important. Probably, I don't know. I do get the feeling that it's more important for their journey than it is for yours. And I think Spirit's being like, can we help to facilitate this? I'm not getting a sense that Taurus immediately feels like, oh, we're going to do things differently now because of this communication. I feel like Taurus is going to keep those boundaries the way they are. Okay, where do we go next? Oh, okay. Thank you guys once again for being here, by the way. If the reading is resonating with you, definitely feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Check out the description below if you guys want to reach out to do a personal or a recorded reading. I had on deck the Cosmic Tarot that I thought went into like weigh in on this reading. But all of a sudden the Hermetic Tarot is wanting to come out. So I'm going to take my big old pile of cards and set this aside so I've got some room on the table to see what wants to come out. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. There's something significant about there's just where I'm at in the lower Midwest. Summer has stayed much later. Okay, stayed much later. Okay, let's Yeah. Okay. All right. So there's something about that. Something about like the change of the seasons being delayed. It's not that you're necessarily upset by it. I love this warm weather. But it's just like, I noticed the change of seasons being delayed. It'll make sense to you. All right. We got the Hermit again. And he's coming up this time. Let's see what he says. Is there anything behind him? Not that we're concerned with. Okay. This Hermit is touching this serpent before him, and I feel like this serpent is specifically almost like, it's not like a real snake in real life. It's a visualization, or it's a dream. Okay, but what the serpent represents to me is it's arcane knowledge. Okay, it's like mystery school type stuff. But also, and it's here in the Two of Pentacles. It also has to do with, I'm almost hesitating to say it, but emotional transmutation. Okay. A shedding of a skin. That's what makes sense. A shedding of a skin. We do have the Death card on the table. Okay. Let's see what has come through. This is being directly, this is almost like advice to you, okay? We're talking directly to Taurus. We're not talking about what's going on around Taurus right now. We're talking directly to Taurus. There is, if we're honest with ourselves, this thing that you've had to put your boundaries up against, you miss it. You loved it. You liked it, okay? You also recognize how it was unhealthy for you and how you did not have your boundaries in place at the time that you dealt with this energy, okay? For some reason, this is a 5 of Cups reversed with the 3 of Swords. And for some reason, this Scorpio energy is really, really making itself known, okay? 5 of Cups is a watery card. Scorpio is a very watery energy, all right? But remember how I said at the beginning, if you have placements in Taurus, the Scorpio sun is going to be opposing them. And they're going to be bringing certain things to light, okay? I feel like in the moment that you felt this loss, this pain, that like moment that the light bulb came on and you're like, I need to put my boundaries up against this. I need to stop trusting this person that walks sideways in the dark. You yeeted yourself out of that situation. You got in, who calls it the water Uber? You got in your chariot and you ran away and you said, you know what? This is in my past. We have Scorpio energy again in the Death card. Okay, and here's Cancer. It's just that Mars is in Cancer, okay? That came up in my last reading. If you go watch the Aries reading, I know the difference between the glyph for Saturn and Mars. Venus and Mars, I just got them confused. All right. So this situation in the past was almost I'm not saying like write this person a thank you card, but I feel like the gift in this situation, in you having gone through this experience, is having realized the need for change. And you immediately moved yourself into a new, I want to say, timeline, in which you, like those old habits and patterns, things like not enforcing your boundaries, things like maybe being a little attracted to like people walking sideways in the dark, right? It's mysterious, it's alluring, right? Okay. You definitely moved yourself, you move differently now. That's the result. That's the result of this, your interactions with that thing that we were saying, not today, Satan, okay? Your interactions with this energy did what they were meant to do. They got you to enforce some boundaries. They got you to move differently. They got you to move to a completely different space in your life. But there is a little bit of you that's kind of like juggling on the inside, like, was it the right thing to do? It was the right thing to do. But did you maybe throw a baby out with the bathwater? And that's a question that you're asking yourself. Okay. Meaning when you moved away from those people, places, locations, situations that were not good for you, was there something that you left behind? That's the question that you're asking yourself. Okay, that is the question that you're asking yourself about this. I don't want this to be a super long reading. We are already at 30 minutes right now. Spell casting, is that right? Okay. I'm sorry. Spell casting is going to go away to get it. What really wants to talk to you is the Starseed. Starseed Oracle wants to talk to you. All right. This is just something to remember. Okay. Because there's this part of you that's like, you're not going to go back. You're not going to go back to that version of yourself that did not have the boundaries. Okay. But you're also really, really kind of tempted to look back. 3 cards jumped at us. The Cosmic Heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Something that just kind of came through for me was I was in a situation several years ago that I did not have the boundaries that I needed. And I remember getting a tarot card reading and being told that basically this was an opportunity for me to teach people how to treat me through how I treated myself, through the way that I moved in the world. And that's essentially like triggered this whole journey where guess what? I have boundaries now. I'm doing my hobbies in my sacred space and not dealing with all the drama, okay? So I feel like make your life a moving prayer. That's the message that's coming through. You, now that you have this new sense of boundaries and this new sense of self-love and self-worth and what it is you are willing to entertain and you are not, just keep moving in that way. This person is cloaked in pink. She is cloaked in self-love. And the advice is just keep moving through the world that way. Don't let anybody change that. Ooh, what are these? I do not reverse these cards, okay? I do not reverse my oracle cards, any of my decks. Tarot, yes. Oracles, no. So when we've got something coming up in reverse in the oracle cards, did I see a 6 of Cups? There was a 6 of Cups. Okay. 6 of Cups is a card that I link to this one. They are written in the same font. Okay, so I feel like I have to go get this 6 of Cups. You see how you have these two persons? Somebody is handing the male is handing the woman a cup. All right. 6 of Cups is like sweetness. It's innocence. It's nostalgia. It is soulmate energy. Okay. But do you see how this gentleman is trying to hand this woman a cup and she's like, oh, I don't know, my hands are full right now because I'm sitting here playing my song. Instruments to me are a symbol of like authentic expression. You're expressing yourself authentically and you're not going to stop doing that because that's one of your boundaries. Is it not? It is. I hope it is. Okay. This person wants to come up and give you a cup. In surrender to the sweetness, you're like, I'm staying on this side of the pond. Okay. So we have is a masculine who's actually coming, not just with a little cup of water. This person is swimming through a lake. All right. If somebody's coming to you from your past, I feel like one of the reasons why they were not healthy for you and the reasons why they were not moving straightforward in the light, they were moving sideways in the dark, is because they were disconnected from their own internal world. So it's almost like they were like, hey, all I could come up with is a little cup of water to offer you. And you're like, no, thank you. I'm just going to keep playing my guitar, right? Singing my song, doing my thing. This same person is surrounded by emotion now. And they're like, hey, do you want to come for a swim? Look at you standing there cloaked in self-love. That's just what pink symbolizes to me, okay? And I feel like what this lady is saying is like, oh, I'll come for a swim, but I'm not taking this off. I'm not taking this off. Can you handle me in all this self-love and the boundaries that I have now? Because if you can, maybe. But the main thing is you know that you're not going to sacrifice those boundaries. You're not going to give those up now that you're there. Now that you're in this new place of self-love, the pink cloak comes with me, right? Yeah. You've got the love. This to me, you decide what to do with this. You decide what to do with this, okay? I'm not saying to you this person has a soul connection to you and therefore you must end up together. No, that's not the case. This person has a soul connection to you. And it's time to reevaluate it or just revisit it, okay? Because these are, like, I feel like these are characters in the astral realm almost. And you guys both occupy, you have access to the same space in the astral realm. This person might have shown up in your dreams in the past. I feel like they're banished from them now. If you didn't know you could do that, you can do that. But I feel like integration time, okay? If this is not an opportunity to reunite with the person, it is an opportunity to heal whatever happened in the past, okay? Because this is the blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time, okay? So this may just very well be an opportunity for you to take these new eyes that you have and look back at that old situation once again. I do feel like this opportunity is sort of prompted by perhaps a person from your past or somebody who very, very energetically, if it's not like a person from your past, energetically, it very much resembles that person from your past, okay? So, do with it what you will. Remember, the most powerful predictor of your future is your own free will and what you decide to do with it, okay? So keep that pink cloak on. Keep those boundaries up if you need them, but also understand that there is an opportunity. There's definitely an opportunity in this, okay? So just follow your intuition and yeah, be well. I love you. I'll see you soon.